Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. Today's video is going to be all about the books that I read in the month of December. So let's just hop right in and see what I was reading last month. So I read 11 books in the month of December. Some of them were just listening to them on audio, some were reading them on my Kindle, some of them were short novellas, and a few I have on hand to show you guys. So if I don't have it on hand, I will have a picture of it for you guys to see the cover of it. But yeah, a lot of these I read on my Kindle, or I listened to them through the Libby app through my library. So the first book that I finished in the month of December was actually The Christmas Tree Farm by Laurie Gilmore. I listened to that one through the Libby app through my library. It was fine. It was just like this cheesy Hallmark type of vibe, but also had a lot of spice to it. I'm not a huge fan of these books, if I'm being honest, but I had already listened to the Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I still need to listen to the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore, I think. So I was trying to like listen to all of them and give them all a fair chance. I just didn't, it wasn't my vibe. It wasn't my vibe. So I ended up giving it 3 stars. It was just like, okay. The next one that I read on my Kindle is Snowed In by Catherine Fitzpatrick. I gave this one 5 stars. I thought this was such a cute book. So good, so good. These two people get snowed in together. You know, stuff happens as they're snowed in together. It's just really cute. Really, I loved it. If you guys want to see all the descriptions, I definitely like recommend going and looking them up. I'm not the best at giving descriptions, so just go look it up for yourself. Definitely read it next Christmas. It was so good. The next book that I read in the month of December is How My Neighbor Stole Christmas by Meghan Quinn. This one was so long. Like, it was almost 500 pages long. I read it on my Kindle, but I did get the physical copy because the Walmart exclusive had a bonus chapter, so I wanted to read that. Read this for book club. That's why I read this book. It was disappointing. It was disappointing. It was long for the sake of being long, for one, but the book started out really cute, but then when there was a lot of spice, and it just felt like once the characters kind of got together, all it was spice. And I don't mind some spice, but when it's just spice just to keep putting smut in a book, I'm like, let's get back to the plot, you know? So I think I gave this 3 stars. It was just okay. Like, it started out good. The storyline, the idea behind it, I loved, but it was like, okay, can we do something else, you know? So that's kind of my thoughts on that. It was a little disappointing. Next, I read My December Darling on Kindle Unlimited. This was just a short little novella. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't anything special. I gave it 4 stars. I'm trying to be better about my rating this year because I feel like I rated stuff higher than I probably should have or would have last year. I don't know why. I just feel like, oh, well, if I had fun reading it, then I should give it higher stars. But I probably should have just given this 3 stars instead of 4 stars because it was just kind of meh. It was okay. I didn't love the main female character. She kind of got on my nerves. It was just okay, you know? It was a quick and easy read, but anyway. The next one I read also on my Kindle is Xmas Break, a Christmas thriller. I gave this one 3 stars. I did think it was pretty entertaining and I read most of it in one day. It was a short book as well, but you know, it was fine. It was fine. It was just a Christmas thriller. It was a fun read. I did try, but like I was kind of getting into where I needed to rate books a little bit differently. So I think that's why I gave it 3 stars, just because I needed to be a little bit more harsh with it, I think, because I freely give out 5 stars for stuff, and I've realized in the book community, people are really like, they don't give out 5 stars, you know? They're really hard on their ratings, and I feel like, I don't know, I just need to be a little bit more like that because some things are not 5 stars, even if I enjoy reading it so much, you know? Next, I read Resting Scrooge Face on my Kindle. Again, it was a short, quick, easy read. So that one I actually did enjoy. I gave it 3 stars, but I did enjoy it for the fact that I had read How My Neighbor Stole Christmas, and that had a lot of spice, but this one didn't have like hardly any spice in it, and it was just kind of like a nice, refreshing, like second chance romance kind of thing, and I enjoyed that. I was like, oh, this is a cute little concept for this short little story, and we didn't need to fill it with spice, because in November I read several short novellas that were Christmassy themed, and pretty much all of them were spice and like smut for the sake of being smut. It was annoying because it was like, what was the point of this other than just for smut, you know? So I really did enjoy Resting Scrooge Face. Next up, we have The Secret Gift. This was a short story as well, and I read it on Kindle. This one was weird. I didn't like this one. I gave it 2 stars. Like, it was weird. It just wasn't good. I didn't like it. Next up, we have Iron Flame. I listened to this. Did I listen to No, I think I listened through the Libby app. So I listened to this on audio through the Libby app, through my library. I really enjoyed this. I gave it 4 stars. I did really enjoy it. I know a lot of people didn't like Iron Flame as much, but I really enjoyed it. I had a greater appreciation because at the end of Fourth Wing, I started to really like Fourth Wing, and then it was like fun to get back into the story so quickly after finishing Fourth Wing, and I'm very excited for Onyx Storm, so I really did enjoy Iron Flame. The next is The Book Club Hotel. Again, I read this on my Kindle. This was a cute little story, just had the Christmassy vibes, but it also had like the friendship and the family stuff, and it wasn't like a romance book. It was truly based on like family and friendship, and I loved that. You know, it's one of those where it's like, oh man, like I wish I had more of that in my life because it was just cute. It did take me a little while to read, and I felt like the chapters were a little bit longer than I liked, but I still gave it 4 stars. I still thought it was pretty good. The next one, again, was a short little story, but it is I'll Be Alone for Christmas, and it was a thriller novella. I gave this one 3 stars. It was weird. I don't know. I don't know how to describe this one. It was just weird. It was not my vibe. I like thrillers, but I also like it when characters are smart in the thrillers and they're not just like, oh my goodness, all these creepy things are happening, but I'm still just gonna stay here because maybe it's my imagination. I'm like, I don't care if it's my imagination or not. I'm getting the heck out of there because like, what if it's not my imagination and it's really happening? So I think I was just annoyed with that because it was just like, why are you being so dumb? Just get out of there. But I'm glad I read it. It just wasn't my vibe. I still gave it 3 stars because it was still entertaining and kept my attention, but why do people have to be dumb in thrillers, you know? Like, be smart about this. All right, and then my very last read for all of 2024, but also December, obviously, is In a Holidaze by Christina Lauren. This book was so cute. I think I gave this 4 stars. This was such a good book. I really, really enjoyed it. It was just light and fluffy and Christmassy. There wasn't a lot of spice to it, which was nice and refreshing. I don't mind some spice, but it's like, come on, guys. There's more to write about than just that. So I really, really enjoyed this. I still need to take the Target sticker off of it. Don't judge me. But this one was a really cute read, and I highly recommend that you read it next holiday season. All right, so those are all the books that I read in the month of December and my thoughts on them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys read in the month of December. What did you love? What did you hate? Let me know. Have you read any of these books? Let me know that as well. And I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.